That's why you're here. So show it.
Just laughing.
Okay. Step back. Good. Okay. Is that all the way? Is that all the way back up? 1, 5. Guys, okay. If you feel talking, feel into this space. 4. Give me a card, make sure it's left face. Okay. The idea is very simple. Same thing we'll be doing is that you're going to walk the walk. That's it. But you're going to walk like we'll be practicing, matching each other. Energetic feel, so you're not leaving, you're creating the same form. So we see one single line. Walking, going all the way to here. Between these lines. You don't lose between these lines. Go all the way to here, you turn around, and then you go back. Okay? You're going to do that 3 times without break. 3 times meaning you're going to end up here 3 times. This goes back and forth 3 times. Without break. Okay? I'm not going to say anything. And guys, what I'd like you to do is to come this way. Break, you're going to come to the side. And we'll watch there. Watch what they're doing, and watch what you want to see. Guys, no. Stay right there. I just want you to see. You want to see them. Come back this way. Yeah. You don't need to be in a form or anything. I want you to see these guys. What you want to perceive is you want to perceive the excellence of magnetism. The excellence of magnetism is each one of them is electrified. And each one of them is electrically connecting in between. And what you want to see is that the form that is just there, the form like this, is running through all of them. And what you want to see is this line. You want to see this line moving. And if this line is connected, what you're going to see, you're going to feel a simple beauty of a form moving forward. You know, we human beings, that's what we're attracted to. Nothing else. We love form. Also, we love beautiful form. So, beautiful form is very simple. You don't have to do a lot of things. Very simple walk. It gives somebody an amazing essence. If you know the walk, if you know what you're doing. You know the business for that. This is why you're here. You're not here doing anything else. You're not selling in the market, nothing. You're not here trying to be cool. You're here because you know you possess something that when you give it, it will make somebody happy. You know that. And you want to give it. You want to give it because it's your contribution. So this is it. And then we'll go for the next thing and the next. The 4 of you, straightforward, back and forth 3 times. Okay? I know that at the beginning maybe you're a little bit awkward. Don't worry about it. What you want to feel is if you feel awkward, you want to keep adjusting until you feel the energy, right? And you also want to go with the music. Don't forget the music. Don't run in front of the music. There are many different beats you can have to the music. There's many different ones. In this one single piece. Choose one that one of these is going to create a form. As soon as you guys know which form is dominating, you enter into it. You don't break that form. Okay? All right. it's women, they're up to something. You just didn't know what the form was, right? It's very clear that way. You want to start off with intention. You want to start off knowing. When you take the first step, you know. When you hesitate, that's it. If you go like this, it's over. You're going to be going like this the whole time. You're not going to catch up. But when you take your form, move into your form. Don't hesitate. You know, you've seen somebody, I don't know if you've seen it, but I have. You've seen somebody that's coming towards you with intention, and they're coming like this, and you're almost frightened because you're taken in by the idea that they're so sure of what they're going to do. It's only taking you like, whoa, you're too sure. What are you going to do? You can do anything at this point. Now I don't know what you're going to do, right? But if you see somebody approaching you and they're hesitating, they're kind of, okay, I don't have to deal with you. I can deal with you, right? But certainty of steps is everything. You walk into an office for a job, and you kind of walk in like this, you've lost your job before you sat down. You know what I'm saying? You know that. We all know that. This is where you practice that kind of stuff. This is where you practice so much that you forget that you are that. That anything that you do is enough. You don't really do anything. You just move and you're there. You decide, boom, you're there. Immediately. So, guys, pay attention to each other's energy. Go with the music and step. You know? I don't play music. You step, keep stepping with the thing straight directly. And then back. Don't look at the other person. If you feel the phone moving, it's change. We're not going to say anything. This is where we go. If you feel the phone moving, it's change. Just keep adjusting. Let's see what happens. We want to observe. I want you guys to observe the changes that happen as they try to adjust. Because something's going to happen. Just observe. Okay.
there, where they got it. And then the rest of the time it just, I don't know, it's like you didn't trust each other. You just felt like you couldn't rest on each other's gate to move together. And there were moments where you sort of synced out, but just seemed trust each other.
Yes, anyone else?
For me, I seen a lot of hesitation, like they were unsure of where to step. I know that you said a lot of times when you're walking, you have to feel the person. You can't look at them. And there was a lot of like looking at the person and not really looking at their legs, but seeing what their hips were doing.
Right.
Instead of like really just focusing on yourself, because you're an individual. You're not trying to be what the other person next to you is doing. You're trying to be yourself.
Yes.
And when you're looking at somebody else and trying to copy them, you're not becoming an individual. You're trying to be what they are.
Right.
So yeah, there was just like a lot of hesitation, and there wasn't a lot of confidence in what they were actually doing for themselves.
Right. Good observation.
One thing is like they started with energy, but they never finished with energy.
Right.
They started with the energy. The first round was good, 2 rounds good. They had the pressure and energy in it. But in the third and the fourth, 5th round, they were just slacking up and just going easy and slowly. There was no more energy.
Right. 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 That's an important point, because, and this is why I had you go many times, because what happens is that this is true in any kind of form. The beginning, you guys know, people are so excited. The energy goes, yeah, and then, see you later. You know, that kind of thing. And this is human nature. This comes with everything. That's why in America, everything has to be fast. Because if it's slowed down a little bit, you're going to catch what everybody's slacking up on. If it's fast, you can, oh, I just did that. I'm so strong, right? Because it's fast. You just have to do it really quick to show an image. And then you're back to the slack stuff, right? And then you sit back, you pat yourself in the back, and goes, gee, I just did this really cool thing. You really didn't put any into it. What we're doing here is we're slowing it down. We're giving it to you so that you give it for real. You know, the clothing that people wear, you know, we've been taught that, yeah, I'm going to go to H&M, this and this and that. Oh, you just went to H&M too? You bought the same shirt. Okay. You accept that. You know what that is? That's communism. That's communism. You know, they make a bunch of stuff and everybody gets one. Same thing. If you go to communist countries, you see apartment buildings and exactly the same. One after another. Same thing. Guess what came out of it? Nothing. This is proof. Scientific proof. Nothing came out of it. Nothing. You want to be individuals. Individuals contribute to the society. They contributed to the center. Go to the center radiates with points everywhere. That point, each one of those points are singularly representing that center. Entirely. That's what you want. That's what you came here. You know, the cooperation that they're talking about, that's what it means. When you cooperate, you're not like, even though you're doing your own thing, you're cooperating within a system. You're going, okay. So if somebody else has long legs and they're moving, and they're the one running, they're the one with energy, then you have to stretch up your legs to catch up. And this is why we practice. We practice every kind of walk. You practice walking like this, you practice walking like this, so that you can do all of that within your own system, within your own way, within how it's done. You can do it all. If you need to slow down, really step, you can just kind of. It's the same line. The line has not changed. Same line, same line, same line. It doesn't change. You know, the stages is the same. Nothing changes. What do you guys think? What do you guys saw?
The two in the middle had the same leg in front. They're moving at the same time, but the two in the far end was the same. Two in the middle was exactly the same with the legs, and the two at the far end was the same with the legs. That's what I noticed.
The reason why he's noticing differences is because he's broken out. There's no unity. That's why he was noticing all the differences. It's like 2 people are here, 2 people are there, 2 people are there. That's what happens when there's no unity. When there's unity, you don't notice difference. Even though you see difference in the individuals. The individuals are very different. When they have unity, you You don't see any difference. You see, everyone is working together. Everyone has a part to play. And the part is playing very well because I see the entity of that part. In a fashion show, that's what you want to see. You want to see the entity of that show. You are in the show. You singularly cannot carry the entire show. It's a show. You have to rely on everyone. When you do that, what you're really saying is that we are all making a person. We want the person to live. The person is the spirit of the show. So we want to contribute so that this person that we are creating becomes an amazing person. So that when we all imagine the show, we get a very excellent image in our minds as an entity. Wow, the show is awesome. And we form an image. We do, we will. We want the image to be amazing. The only way the image is going to be amazing is if each one of us cooperates. That's it. We have different speeds, but we have to cooperate. That is how we find ourselves on this earth. The earth cooperates with itself all the time, and it produces us. So let's cooperate. So let's have a different group. Let's have 4 guys. Oh, I have something else I want to say that I noticed. I'm going to start commenting on individuals' attention, and I'm going to start with Lindsay. What I saw Lindsay do, she was all over the place. Her mind was like, at one point I almost felt like she was going to stop and look at everybody. What's going on, guys? Like that. She's like this. She was doing that, not even thinking that was happening. It was automatic, right? Now imagine you're on the show, you totally forget yourself, you're just zoning out. You start doing stuff, by the time you know your fingers is in your nose. Seriously, it's funny, but I've seen it happen. And people are looking at you and you realize right at that moment there's a photographer snapping away, taking pictures. People are going to be taking pictures. You're not going to have a chance to know which one is a good picture. You're just not. You're not going to have a chance to go, okay, I think that really pose really well. That's kind of very well. Everything they're doing is a pose. If you go like this, they're taking pictures of it. Everything. So if you're moving, you want to move well. In society, when you enter into a room, you think nobody's looking at you. People are looking at you. You come in all crazy, they see it, they may not say anything, but each one is forming an opinion of it. And if you don't have anything to give, it is incumbent upon you to give the gift of beautiful appearance. Period. If you don't have nothing else to give the gift of beautiful appearance because you are here. That's the only reason. Okay, guys, same thing. Same thing. We're gonna go space, and have you wearing dress shoes? I notice a lot of you are wearing shoes that are like soft shoes, these kind of shoes. If you don't have any other shoes, these soft shoes.
I have different.
Yes, these soft shoes, we're not gonna have. Yes, very different. Because the whole idea is to get you acquainted into wearing hard shoes and really walking, you know. When you walk with soft shoes, these are tennis shoes too. Okay, next time, like this. Okay, guys, let's do it. You've seen him, right? You've seen him, right? The foot is always the same. The guy always has a look on his face, and the step is always the same step. Or like this. Always. You open every magazine, one after another. Same look, same step, same foot. Why is it? When there's so many different things that we do, there's so many different ideas, so many different eyes, different outlooks, different body types, all of that comes into play. What is your style? You're not just kind of walking, right? If that's the case, you're not a model. A model is you form a personal style, and that personal style stays with you. The personal style. You keep moving with that style. And then what is it saying in front of you? You went right through with your style. Your style is your signature. Here. That's it. Create one. Create one. Don't just be a blank slate. Don't be ostracized and be trained with, oh, don't become so hard on yourself. Don't concretize yourself into something. Always, well, because something else is going to happen, you may change your mind. Bullshit. Bullshit. Become something. Something that you're proud of. And then measure it against anything that counts. Period. Anything at all. Measure your standards all the time. And you know what it is. Okay? Alright, let's do it. Style. And that pattern remained the whole time, right? And then we switch over to that side. Then we switch over like this. If that's what we're doing, it would be a good pattern. We're doing that on purpose. That's not what we're doing. You know, what you want to do is you want to start. You want to start. When you start, you stand. You tell the music. Something else happened. What was that?
Their time split up?
Yes.
Because everyone's watching, when they started walking, it was like they were running away. It was like
Right.
everyone was walking very, very fast.
Right. I was keeping the time. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. I was keeping the time. So that's why first I decided to catch up with you guys, then I realized that wow, I'm about to run if I catch up with you guys. So I'm gonna keep the time. So just to illustrate, and when I kept the time, you guys are about this far away from me, from here to here. This space, if you're a mechanical engineer, this space is very dangerous. Because all kinds of things can go wrong. Absolutely. It's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? That's why you want to know the timing. You want to know the timing. You want to know who's keeping the timing. One of you is going to do that. You want to know which one of you is. And then whichever one of you is, you sync in with that timing. You know, if all of you have long legs and you're all kind of stretching, then you stretch. Then you all have the same timing. But you take your time. You know, you're not running a race. Fashion show. Music. You know, you want people to feel beautiful as they watch you. Enjoy the music as you spend your time with friends. You know, like, what's up? When you do the homie thing, you know, what you do, homie, what's up? You do your dance and shit, yeah. And you know the time to sing. In your mind, you know that it's a sing. You know the chicks that are watching, you guys, they think it's so cool. Look how we're like bouncing back and forth and hugging and touching our chests together and doing the high-fiving and hugging each other, being wars, homie, and all of that. All of these things that we do, this and that and that. What is that? You do that because you know that the people that are watching, they know that you're doing it perfectly. You're singing with your friends. When you come and you're about to meet your friend and you go see each other and you say, yo, what's up, baby? What's going on? All of you fall into that pattern. You do. It's like that's it. Immediately, you're like, let's play this part together, me and you. Let's make it happen right now. We'll play the show all the time, right? We see it every day. Every day. All over. That's design. Really, it's in your face. It's in your face. Design, it's in your face. That's design. And you fall into it all the time. Now, put intention into it. Now know that you're doing that. And then adjust it to look even more beautiful. Because you know you're not fooling yourself to think that you're not doing that. You know you're doing it, so give it time. Make it beautiful. So that when you're stepping, what's up? You know, and women's going to be, this is cool. That's it. And then what happened? The people watching, you complete the game. They look at you. Those guys love each other. This is hot, man. Exactly. You walk away, you've done it. That's it. But if you're going into it like, what's up? What's up? And you're like, you watching me? What's up? I'm getting it done. What happened? This happened. See? Trip yourself, fall down, kind of like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So we do it all the time. Make it look good. Okay? Let's do it again. What did it feel like?
Didn't feel forced.
So you felt more into the piece, right? You felt more relaxed into it. You felt the beauty of it. You're like, you start to feel what it felt like, right? That's it. This is what you want to give yourself. You want to give yourself the beauty of feeling the show itself. You know, one of the things that I used to do, I'll put together a show, I'll be all excited. All months, I'm putting together a show all the time. You know, models are coming, I'm doing this stuff. The show happens, and and I'm still running the show. I never see the show, ever. Ever. By the time I know the show's over, we're getting the models out, somebody comes, how was the show? It's like, I don't know. And everybody else around me goes, wow, congratulations, it's so amazing. And I'm walking around going, but I didn't see the show. This happened for years. Until I was like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. I want to see the show because I know the show is beautiful. You want to give yourself that. You want to give yourself the opportunity to be in the show and still feel the larger show. Feel it so that when you walk away from it and somebody comes in front of you and goes, that was awesome. You go, yes, it was. It was so great. You have the same feeling. But when you do it and you're not there, and people come, it's a weird feeling because you know something has happened. You're just not part of it. Even though you were there. This is not part of it. It's happened to me. A lot. You know? So I know what I'm talking about. So this is good for you guys. This is oh wait. What do you guys thought?
That's much better.
Yeah? Much better. Let's go beyond the average words. When you say much better, what is better?
They could tell they felt more comfortable and more confident with themselves and within each other as well.
Okay.
And it does take practice. So just within those few times going back and forth.
Okay.
We were commenting earlier and the word peripheral came up, and
Yeah.
it felt like a natural peripheral vision rather than are we together consciously
Right.
making it happen.
You
It
can
was a
see,
feeling
right?
of
I can see you
togetherness.
two next to me, so it's important to feel comfortable with that while you're walking and not having to worry about looking like you're lost.
The first time it was like tunnel vision, everyone was going, hoping they were together, and the second time they were conscious of the
Relax.
Yeah, come to the other, yes.
Relax.
Yes.
Hang out.
Yes.
Blind
Yes.
yourself.
And another thing happened. It was easy on the eyes. When we saw them, we liked what we were looking at. But when they were not together, we're like, I want to turn away. I don't want to see this anymore. Your eyes are like, ugh. Stop, you're killing me, right? It happens. And this happens all the time. We go through that. You see some ugly side, you go, oh. Because your eyes go, it seems like somebody stuck needles into your eyes, right? But when you see the beautiful form, you're like, your eyes open, they want to take it in. That's what happened to us. When you guys synced up, we want to keep seeing you go. We want to keep seeing that. And that's the show, you guys. That's the show, really. Not our show, but that's the show. If we're giving a show, that's what people want to see. That's what people want to see. I'm spending time on this because I am determined. I am determined to give us an awesome experience. I'm determined for this not to be just another fashion show for you. You just do it, and you're like, okay, next time, next. No, that is not satisfying to me. And if it's not satisfying to me, and I'm behind it, I'm like all over the place on it, then it will not be satisfying to me. I know that. You know, I know that for a fact. So I want us to have an amazing time. First of all, for us. For us. Because we're the one who put the work into it. We're the one who's done it. First of all for us, then for the audience. You know, if we do it for us, the audience are taken care of. If we do it for us, it is for the audience. Period. So, and this is a place where we make sure that we're doing it for us. This is the place. So I'm spending the time, I'm breaking this things up so we go increments to show you that the moments where we cheat ourselves are the moments when we're forgetful. When we allow our mind to just slack off, like when Lindsay was doing. She's like, all she's like touching her hair. Without even realizing. Turning around. You know? We do that all the time. You know? And those little moments add up. You guys heard about how the earth has gained an extra month? Right? That's my son. You know? I've been knocked out of the zodiac, right? I'm the 13th son. Why did that happen? Because the earth rotating, it was losing little by little. But it added up into a month. Imagine that, losing an entire month. That's huge. We do that all the time. Little by little, you're losing your time. You don't even know. This is when your mind gets alerted by it. And when it happens, oh, no, I don't want to do that. No, I want to do this. I don't want to do that. Soon, you'll be doing everything that you want to do. The things that you desire soon your body will just be doing it because you desire. Okay? All right. Let's have the four. You, yeah.
Pushing the tempo so the girls are all trying to catch up and running after you as well, so you gotta kind of hang back instead of. Sorry.
Okay? No, don't apologize. This is all you have to do. You're not insulting him. Tell him what's going on.
No, I
You don't need to apologize at all.
I need all the help.
Absolutely. You don't need to apologize at all. Anybody else?
And it's like when it's starting. Like one will go and then we'll try to catch up and two more. I feel like I was trying to keep up. Yeah.
The energy was there. Like when you guys were standing before you started, I could feel like you were digging each other. And then when it came time to move, there was that hesitation, and immediately it started just to fizzle. But I really felt like, oh, they're gonna work really well together because they just own it.
I have the same experience.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. But you can tell, looking at some of the models, that they were thinking too hard in their eyes. Like, they were looking, like they were thinking of their favorite model and how they walk, and they were becoming that model. Instead of just saying, okay, you know what, this is me right here. I'm gonna become, this is my time to show everybody the kind of walk that I'm gonna, present to everybody else. Instead of looking at their favorite model and becoming them.
I think that another thing that maybe threw everyone off was that the first step was taken on kind of an odd beat. So maybe if it's a 4 count, try and do it on a second or first count, because that's when we naturally feel like, okay, this is the start of the rhythm, and it was more like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's when they started. So kind of use the music as your cue.
Right. Right.
I agree, that's kind of not relevant, so, and like, we can't go right when you say go, we're automatically going right after someone uses go, and maybe we can count like 1, 2, 3, or uses 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that can help you, help us.
Is it appropriate to choose someone to start so that we're all focused on that rather than waiting?
No. The whole idea is you sense it. The whole idea is you train yourself to sense whose step is really in the but the way you do that, you listen to the music. You feel the music. And you notice somebody's in it. And whoever's in it, that's whose step you get. And you know who was in it in your group? She was in it. She was the one that was keeping she was keeping the song. And if you guys are slowed down with her, you'll be in sync. You see that the song is moving. The other thing that I noticed is that the shoes. One thing, as a model, you will be in these shoes. This is your life. You know, this is how it is. The shoes changes everything. The shoes, all of a sudden, you're walking like this. When you usually don't walk like that. Because you're wearing shoes, and you're not used to being with them. You're not used to just being your everyday shoes. You know, if you're way up here, you're going. You're just going. You're not kind of like. You're not like going. pointing this out to you because you don't notice it. You don't notice it. You know, you don't. We had a mother come in. She's now part of the show, but she came in and she was asked her to walk, and she started to walk, and I could see that for her, she's walking great. You know, she was walking, but what she was doing this. She had no idea until I pointed it out to her. I said, "You're driving your feet." She goes, "No, no, no." And I did it, and she saw her at me. She was gone. It was like, wow. Okay, we don't notice it, but this is when you practice that. This is when you notice it. You know, oh, I'm walking. Like, I'm actually, when I don't have on heels, my feet is straight, but as soon as I put it on, I go like this. Wow. I should make myself not do that. You know, and watch. Also, because you're wearing heels, and because you're wearing shoes, your arm movement change. You know, there's a swing that naturally want to kind of carry you forward. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because it's unnatural. So you're in a hurry to be done. You know, so your arms are going. Let's go. Practice. Just notice these things. And when you correct them, that's when you start to feel beautiful. That's when you start to feel somebody goes, how are you doing? What's going on? Why are you so good? Why? Because everything's in sync in you. That's why. You don't know because there's no words for it. You can't tell this person, I feel like this and that. Because what you actually want to tell them, I feel like me. I feel like me. That's it. Right? So, we're going to do it again. This time, like you were saying, Jay, give the girls an opportunity and yourself. And yourself the opportunity, check it out, Jay. The opportunity to truly be with three beautiful women. Think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. Think about it. This is reality, right? True reality. Imagine this reality is real. You are with them in New York City on Broadway, busy as hell. And you want to feel like, I'm with this women. And we're all in sync. And we're together. That walk that you want to do. That walk. You know, you're not in a hurry to go. You're not in a hurry to go buy coffee. Whatever. You're not going to the grocery store. You are with three beautiful women. That's it. The rest? Okay? All right. how a adjusting the line, what it would look like for you yourself to adjust the line. You know, the other day when I was working with these guys, when we were doing that, the way I was adjusting the line, because I'm at the corner. The corner is the shortest, you know, like it's the shortest turn. So the way I was doing that, I was just stepping into place. Same step, but I was in place as they catch me like this way. And then as soon as they catch up with me, they walk me together. Right? But I was stepping in place, and it looks like I'm actually walking with them. But I wasn't. I was stepping in place. You know, that same thing. You want to check. You want to have your intuition. You want to develop your intuition in such a way that you know when the last step to move this way is turn, and then you start to adjust your step. Without you, you know, without you making a dramatic move to get adjust this. Just imperceptibly just adjust it. All of a sudden it's like perfect. This is where unity and cooperation, unicity is taking place. Okay? Alright. Let's do it before. Take off your shoes. Use no shoes. Secret. Pull up your pants so it's not tripping you, okay? You know, one of the reasons I'm doing this, because when it's all done, I will see I will anywhere to be talking about you guys. Everyone should be saying, wow, now that is the show I was waiting to see. You know what I mean? Let's give him that. Let's give him that. Okay. He's the one that is moving. And if you need to bounce up a little bit to keep the form going, huh? You have the heels going. Secret going like this. And you're going. You don't need to like be like heels. You know? Okay, let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it happen. If you guys are noticing that, somebody else is. That's the whole point. Okay.
I think we were doing pretty good, and then maybe like the one back we started to lose it a little bit.
What do you guys think?
I think secrets need to stop looking at them. Y'all also, but secrets don't look. Don't hesitate. But besides that, y'all were all like the energy was there, and like y'all felt each other. So just secret don't look.
I think they were great. They bounced a little bit, Secret and Karen, they bounced, but they were great. They had a good, slow, perfect, slow tempo. I like it.
But how did it feel to you though, watching? This is what I'm trying to get you to have is the experience of the audience. What the audience will see when they see you.
I thought it was nice to get the girls that really confident from my point of view. And that was
Awesome. Awesome. Anyone else?
And it was easy on the eyes.
Right. Right. Beauty is not harsh. No matter how you could walk into Liberace's house, and if he's put it together beautifully, you'd be like, wow. You know, even though he's a loud man, he like bright things. If it's put together well, you want to go sit in. It doesn't matter, right? You can be loud or you can be not loud. Beauty is always invited. It's like this. When you see a beautiful lake, you know the lake is very deep. And yet, you want to jump in, maybe cold, maybe something, but it's so beautiful, you want to just be part of it. You know, that kind of thing, right? Okay, that's excellent, you guys. Before you. Okay, guys. Formulate the intention. Formulate the intention. Formulate the intention of where you're going. And go there. What is the difference?
They were all super confident in their own walks. Like the first time, like staring back, like even to the point where like nobody was gonna give up anything, they were gonna do their own thing. But then the second time and third time, they started giving and taking, you know, a little bit, and then it's just not locked in. It was great.
I had a feeling that if you guys practice a few more, we're gonna see something amazing. That's the feeling I got. You know, that all you guys needed was just practice. You know what I mean? But you guys are good. The timing was good. And usually somebody pulls it together. Somebody keeps the timing. And what you want to do is you want to feel that person. As soon as you feel that person, fall in line with it. The other person, and then if you have two, the third person will fall in line. The fourth person will fall in line, and then you'll have it. There's always someone that keeps the time. You don't know who that's going to be. It may be you, maybe somebody else. But there's always somebody that's keeping the time. Okay? What? You guys. Why don't you finish? Don't forget, forming intention. In everything you do, everything, no matter what it is, the most important first step is intention. Decide, like if you're going to the grocery store, you know exactly where you're going. You decide, I'm going to go to QFC. I'm going to go get bread, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that, I'm going to get this. There you go. Same thing, same thing. Formulate the intention. Formulate the intention. I'm going over there, and I'm going to walk as best as I can. I'm going to go perfectly straight. I'm going to be the music. You know, I'm going to listen, and I'm going to keep time. Formulate that, and then, when you stand, before you take the step, when you stand, feel each other, feel it. Like, and then the step out, boom. And then just go. Once you break the first step, no hesitation. Back, back. Of course, we don't know how the first step is going to be. So when the first step occurs, your second step is you're feeling where it's at. If the step is smaller, take a smaller step. If your second step is bigger, just open your legs and you catch up. You know what I mean? That's how it works. So that first step, you may not know, but you know, because it will create the gap, the space between what's going to happen next. Is that the gap is going to repeat. You know, so once you know from here, you know if it's here, you know exactly how far. And then you just step down, and then next step, carry down. Okay, and intention. Watching the show. He's thinking, please. You know, he's like concerned with you now, right? You're there to give him a show, and he's concerned with you. He's like, hey, she's going to pass out. She's not breathing. See what I'm saying? Don't give the audience any concern. What do you want to give them the show? Show. What else? Anybody else? It's like there's a saying that I love a lot. It has to do with the dandy at the time of the play, wearing stilts, stepping over the courses, right? You guys felt like that too. You're like this. Like there's something, you know, like There's corpses in between, you know. That's what we call that.
Like from what you were just saying, it's like you kind of have to fit in your heels like if they were sneakers. You can't step like, you have to like heel toe, but you have to roll. It has to be like a smooth movement from the next movement. If you're stepping like this, then it makes you feel like you're bouncing. But if you go through that roll of your heel, even though it's not a sneaker and it's just like a heel and you have the top of your heel, of your toe of your shoe, you kind of have to still do that smooth roll through. Because if you don't, it just feels like you're stumping, like you're stepping or something.
You guys have seen these girls at the club, and then they show up, they think they're so dressed, they have a height, they're like, wait for me, please. You're going, you're going, right? You think I walk, because they don't know how to walk in heels. Right? Right. But you're women.
But what?
But you're women with heels. Are you gay? You wear heels. That's what you do.
It's your thing, you know?
It's your thing. You wear heels. You're women, you wear heels. So, you know, if you're going to wear heels, wear heels. You know, if you're going to wear heels, go for it. You know what I mean? And the way that it happens, just because you're women, doesn't mean you automatically know how to wear it. That's why a lot of women make the mistake. They think, oh, I'm a woman, I can wear heels. Let's put it on. Let's go to the party. All of a sudden, they can't recognize themselves because they don't know what's going on down there. Right? So, how do you correct that? You practice. Simple. Put on your heels. Practice. Simple as that. Practice your walk. Look at yourself in the mirror. See, if you're, some people, their feet is straight. As soon as you put on heels, it turns in. You start to walk fine. See if you're one of those people. If you are, all you gotta do is literally when you take that step, change your mind. That's it. Stop yourself. You see it, and it's this way, just move your feet. And then take the next step. If it's that way, change it. Every time, change it. Every time, change it. Your feet will recognize it, it will start to change. Your walk will change. Trust me, it will happen. But you have to put in the practice. If you don't, it's not going to change.
And also, I think you have to put the weight on the ball of the feet than the toe.
Say it again?
You have to put the weight of the feet on the ball rather than the toe.
Yes. And like you were saying, you roll so that you distribute the energy even through. It goes in even. And you know, we all want the fashion world to change. We all want it to change to accommodate beauties like ourselves. We all do. We don't want them to go and bring in the same model that knows what to do, doesn't know, because they walk. The same model, but he has the same face. She goes to somebody else's show, like Snoop Dogg and Tupac song, you know. But wherever I go, I see the same wall. Remember that song? It's the same thing, right? You know, you see another person's fashion show. Same. You see them in Galeano's fashion show. Alexander McQueen. Come take that song. Just the costume is changing. Huh? You know what I mean? Everywhere I go, I see the same. We don't want that. We want the fashion field to be filled with real energy, real substance and life. Where that's going to come from is you guys. You guys are the ones who's going to show them, wait a minute. You're overlooking a huge population. We got it going on. And it's you guys. And we Neodent, is determined to make that happen. Because that's real. You know, the way you're going to recognize that, stop telling yourself, oh, I'm not a model. They tell that models have to be tall, but stop lying to yourself. Stop giving yourself all those obstacles and false buildings and highways. Remove them. Give yourself a giant park, a park of freedom, and wander through as yourself. But style. What style your style. Your style. Okay? So, let's do it. One more time. Any comments? You guys, how do you feel?
It was definitely better this time around. I could feel there's definitely more of a unity between.
Right. There was. And it was better. But there's one thing. Your femininity started to go away because you were concerned about how you're going to walk. You know? Don't forget, the women. Come on. Amen. You know what I'm saying? That's what the whole world is beautiful women. Seriously. It's not for men. It's for women. It's for you guys. You're the prize. Show that you are. You're women. Be a woman, you know? But okay. So everybody's gone? Everyone? Okay, now what I'd like you to do is take position throughout the whole space. You can be here, you can be there, anywhere. Just take position, everybody. Take your space. Let's spread out. You can come to the center, you know, spread out. It doesn't need to be a circle. Just be all over the space, yes. Guys, don't be in the line. Move around. Take a space. There's space everywhere. Take space. Take space. Give yourself room. Give yourself room. Don't be together. Space. Give space. Space. There. Over here. Space. Okay. There's a huge space here. Look at the space. Here's the deal. You're going to take a position like a manager, right? So you're going to have, say, 15. You're in a magazine spread, right? You have 15 pages devoted to you. On each page, you have to be something else. So if I'm looking at you and I've just bought this magazine, and I'm flipping through this magazine, and you're the photo shoot, each page should convey something different to you. It's your sound and your look, right? That's what we're going to do right now. You're going to take a pose, and then when I go like this, you're going to change, but you're going to stay frozen. Change your position. And you're going to tell a story. The story is 15 pages long. Each pose is one page. Okay? So you have 15 poses. The first pose should determine what's going to happen with the second pose. The second pose should determine what's going to happen with the third pose. All of these poses are telling one story. Because in an editorial spread, as you know, it's a storyline. It's a story. Each page has to tell a story that continues the next page, and the next page, and the next page, and the next page. This is where we are. We're models, and we're selling books. That's it. That's what you do. That's what you do. You're selling the book, and you're selling it. You want somebody to buy it. With whatever price you put on it, you want them to say that price is worth it because you're giving it to me. So where you're standing, when you hear this, you change position. And if you hear it and nothing happens, you remain in position. The whole idea is to recognize from head to toe what your position feels like. What kind of pressure are you putting in what parts of your body? And how? And then the most important thing, the gaze in your eyes. The gaze in your eyes tells the entire story. What it shows how focused you are. You've seen magazines where a model, some of the famous models, you see them when they first step on the scene, they're very fresh. You're like, wow, she's cool. And then the next year, like, okay, she's really cool. You start to see the party lines on her face, that she's been partying too long. The makeup is getting thicker on her face every time she do a shoot. And then 3 years later, she look like death. You're like, even though she's doing the same thing, she has the same look. And you're like, wow, you look like you're dying. You look, because you know what it is? They're not putting any story into the thing they're doing. When you put a story, when you have a character, you know if your character drinks. And if your character drinks, and it's the character that you're playing as a model, you know to take your drink moderately because you don't want to go to shit. You know, if you know your character doesn't drink, you can be at all the parties you want. You're not going to attach anything. Because that's the thing that you put on yourself. As a human being, as a model. That thing, that expression, that's what you want to give in the editorial spread, which is what we're having. You have 15 looks. 15. That's a lot. If you get 15, go to the magazine, you're the best thing in town. Trust me. If a magazine devoted 15 pages to you, you are the shit. So we're devoting 15 pages to you. You are the shit. Period. You are. So, give us some shit, man. Give us some shit. Okay, so we'll start by, we're not going to have any music. We'll start by this. Boom, strike your pose. And the whole idea, the whole space is going to be quiet. The whole idea is to feel what it feels like. Whole space. Actually whole space. Okay? All right. You guys ready? Ali? Okay. Let's do it. Okay, let's start over. What just happened? Seriously, what is that, guys? Strike your pose, you know, strike your pose. Determine the pose because you're sure of it. Boom. 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 You're there. You're sure of it. Okay? That's what I want. Go with that. Right. Don't give me none of that spaghetti stuff. Okay? Let's do it. There you go. Much better. Now, feel the form that you created. Feel the character of that form, the story you're telling. Feel that you've told the entire story through every limb that you have. Feel that. Feel that. And then recognize the intuition to the next level. Because the next level is in there, this look right now. Is there. It's saying, I'm the next thing to come. And when it comes, give it total expression. Total expression is you are not greedy. You selfish. You want to give it all out because your soul is full of treasures. You want all your treasures. You know, all of them. Okay? All of them. Awesome. Awesome.